Good morning, Canon family, and Beth is here and from Mississippi. I think I want to recollect 2020 Camp Swan in Mississippi, where I remember telling the children that it doesn't, COVID-19 does not affect children as much, and even if they get affected, their mortality is very low. And unfortunately, I think that is changing a little bit, but this is since that time, you all know exactly what happened with COVID-19 and the vaccination. This is the youngest COVID trial person for Pfizer, and as you know, the Pfizer vaccine is approved for children 12 and above, and they further have the information now of that it is possibly beneficial between ages 5 to 11 as well, with a strong immune response with minimal complications. So it's a very great news, and I'm hoping in a few days, perhaps the FDA might approve Pfizer vaccine for children as young as 5. No matter if children or adult, the teachers, students, vaccinated or not, they are, CDC requires everybody to be with a mask. So this is something that is important, and as you see in the schools, that's everybody's got a mask. But children under 2 years, you should not use the mask. And as you know, the kids are afraid of shots. So was I when I was a kid. For them, there is actually a new needleless system that has been, the vaccine has been approved in India. And I'm not sure if it's going to come to the United States. And number 2, that it has not been approved for the children yet. So this is something that's very important. And I think, at the end of the day, that I think I want to remind with a saying of Dr. Stephen Choi, in the end, the battle will be won or lost by communities and not by the doctors or hospitals. So it is very, very important how the communities play a greater role in getting themselves vaccinated and putting on a mask and safe distance. By the way, that for children in the school, they're recommending 3 feet apart. So the social distancing and plenty of sanitizing gels and all those things are very, very helpful in controlling the pandemic. This is Leah and Tim was there, and it's their family and Canon's family who died of COVID-19 and leaving children. And as you know that there's 4.7 million people around the world that died, leaving millions of children needing help in their bereavement, in grieving needs. And this is exactly what we have, the Camp Swan, 7 to 12 years of age. This is the one in Mississippi on the beach, and children, having a play therapy. And maybe I'll have Beth to speak a few things about it. And I'm hoping at least, by the time that we get this vaccine approved, hopefully that we'll be able to resume our Canon and Akula Foundation Camp Swan. Just a brief information about the 3rd dose. It has been approved for anybody over 65 years of age. And the only thing is they recommend a gap between the 2nd and 3rd dose to be 8 months. And this is something that I think I want each of you guys to know. And if there are any doctors or any organizations that like to have like a vax party, or anybody in a multiples of 5, which is a Pfizer vaccine, that please contact Carla Brown. And I don't know if she's here or not, but evidently, from last time that I heard that she's already reached 3.6, 3,600 vaccinations on the tally. And to close that, and I wanted to emphasize that booster shots are here, and they are approved for 65 and above age, and anybody that's really wanting to have this vaccine, please contact your administrators or Carla Brown. And before I close, and I want to see if Beth has anything that she want to talk about the Camp Swan that she's trying to resurrect.
Sure, Doc. I would love to. We actually just talked about Camp Swan yesterday. And, Pam was even mentioning that she thought this could be our biggest camp ever due to so many kids who've had loss with COVID. However, I think what we might do, we're waiting to have our first meeting to get the consensus of the whole Camp Swan group. We're thinking about only allowing 20 children, that would be 10 males and 10 females, and just kind of start it back slow just to keep everyone, feeling safe, and they won't feel so overwhelmed with too many children. And, parents wouldn't be as concerned as well. So we're thinking about starting off small with maybe 20 children. We have a max that we can take where we host it at 36 children, and we're usually full. And we're thinking if we just cut that in half this year and start off slow, that it would be a great start to just rearing it back up, because we're missing it personally, because we love it and we love to see how the children walk away from there. Watching them come as one child and leave as another is very rewarding. And so we're looking to do that in the spring. We did set the date for our celebration of life. We are going to do that in person, and we're also going to via Zoom it or link it so people can watch it. Facebook Live it. So people who are not comfortable coming in the setting can also watch it Facebook Live. And that's going to be Saturday, December the 4th, starting at 10 o'clock. So we're gearing that back up. So we're trying to get things back to normal as much as we can. Of course, masks will be mandated for that. We will keep them sitting, social distancing for that. But we are trying to build up our programs to keep the awareness going of what the Akula Foundation does.